OK, John, a very narrow defeat for you tonight. Do you feel it's harsh on you to have lost 1-0?
Yeah, it's a good game, you know, blood and thunder. And, you know, the way I've got to perceive it is that we could have drawn 0-0 and conceded in the first minute on Wednesday. So, you know, the tie's not dead. There's a lot of football to be played. Two honest teams, both going for it. I'm really disappointed that where the goals come from, to be honest, because, you know, their players blatantly dived in front of everybody. You know, the referee's wave play on. We think the ball's going out of play. Our lad keeps it in. I think he thinks he's getting a foul. We don't get the foul. We give him the ball back, and they score. If the referee gives the foul for simulation, which it is, you know, we're talking about a 0-0 and everyone's rosy. But, you know, what can go against us this season has gone against us, and that's just another experience. And then the keeper makes an unbelievable save. I think Shane McCarthy must be cursed. But, you know, we've got a tremendous following. We'll have a tremendous following at home, and we've got to make it as awkward as what they made it for us tonight.
In terms of the goal, could it have stopped even earlier than that? Was Tom Davies manhandling the penalty area beforehand?
You know, it's difficult for me to criticise because I think he's one of the best referees around, Steve Martin. But there was a lot of roughhouse tactics, and we got a lot of players injured by late challenges, and it was allowed to go unpunished. There wasn't a card shown, and if people get away with it, they're going to keep doing it till they get punished. And the challenge on Billy Key was particularly late, and there was a couple more, and then there was a couple I just couldn't believe that fouls were getting away with, and you know, could have easily been a foul for us in the box. But you know, I'm sure there's other situations that went in our favour. You know, Wimbledon are a good side and they're a good threat, but we've proved tonight we're a good side. We're resilient. We dig in, we give our all, and we've got to be, you know, we've got to be a bit more forceful. So second half, I would like us to have attacked a bit more, and you know, the crowd got behind them and they went long and they had a lot of ball in our box. I mean, none of it the post from another foul, but you know, in the main they haven't really troubled. I mean, Ross again hasn't made a save, so I think Mark Hughes might have made one, to be honest. But no, you know, I mean, you know, possibly they could have had a penalty in a sending off. So you'll know more about that when you see it. So all in all, you know, I can't really complain about the decisions going against us. We've just got to galvanise ourselves. We've bounced back every time we've had a defeat this season. There's no reason why we can't do it again on Wednesday.
In terms of chances you created, you've hit the post yourself, the late save. Did you create enough, do you think?
Well, we made one or two decent ones in the first half. The header from Shane McCarthy, obviously, then Tom Davies is, you know, anything on target to goal. So, you know, we've made enough chances for an away game to win a game. But we're still in there with a fighting chance, and, you know, we've got to believe in ourselves.
Your fans still believe, they're still singing?
Well, we've got fantastic following, and, you know, I'm sure they'll be brilliant at home. You know, people say it's an advantage to play the away leg first. That remains to be seen. I just don't see it as an advantage when you're getting home at 3:30 in the morning today. So, to prepare for the game on Wednesday, how does that favour the team who finishes fourth? It's flabbergasted me the way the games were moved when we should have played the Thursday game. And it's flabbergasted me that we've had to kick off at 7:30 and have a 4-hour trip home.
Do you think that gives an unfair advantage to Wimbledon?
Of course it does. You know, why should we be the team who finishes fourth? Everything should be mapped out in our favour, not the other way around. But, you know, I don't know, maybe little lucky again.
And we talked about in the build-up to this, your last playoff games against Stevenage. It's a very different proposition this time, isn't it? You're very much in this tie, just the 1 goal difference.
Of course we are. You know, we've got to believe. And we've got players who can win a game and a drop for that. You know, that's 2 games that we've drawn a blank. I'm still wondering now. But, you know, we'll keep going and we'll keep plugging away, and we'll, you know, if there's any justice in this world, we'll win the game on Wednesday.